Alright guys, I've got to patch that hole. The control wires, they keep ripping the box out of the wall. I just ripped the box apart to get the wires out without disconnecting the ends. But I'm going to bring the control up right about up there. So that's about, it's going to be about 3 feet up. Fish the wire out, and then I got to patch that hole. And all my used tools, there again, tools make me money or save me money. In this case, I've got to patch a hole and move some wire. That's what this video will be about. Some of you probably won't like this video, but some of you might find it entertaining. And this is kind of a strange wall. If you look, it's got 1/2 inch sheetrock and then a what I call stucco. It's a mortar mix. It's covering, that's our fire rating. That gives us our fire rating for the room. Anyways, most people don't deal with this kind of stuff. The wall's almost 1 inch thick. Wish you actually could see it a little better, but the 1/2 inch sheetrock's on steel, little wire steel girders, and then they put stucco on top of that. That was, 80 years ago construction, so it's pretty old stuff, but it holds up very well. Anyways, let's get started. Alright guys, I've got a cheap little chain. I got my hole cut and got my chain taped to my wire, and if it all goes right, I should be able to pull my wire up, depending on how much debris. There it goes, come right out. Like there. Now I can hardwire my controls back in, and it's low voltage control, so now I got to patch that hole and make it look good. Alright, I'll start up the video here in just a little bit when I get everything together. Alright guys, show you how I'm going to patch this hole. I'm going to take some 3/4 inch pieces of plywood, about 8 inches long, and show you here, make a handle so I can hold on to it. Put it screwed in the wrong place. Let's try it again. This go like this. I got it just enough down below, something like that. I'll drive the screws in. I need something to hold the sheetrock in place. Alright, get the bottom. Now, I'm wondering, let's try it this way. Yeah, this is gonna work. Hang on, I got something down here. That's what's messing me up. Let's just do it this way. Sorry guys. Sometimes you just back up and pump. I show all my mistakes, I don't care. That. And then what I'll do is put a small piece of sheetrock and fill that void, and put a screw here and screw here to hold the wood in place. hold that screw. I need to hold it. Need something to hold that. Wish I had a handle. I don't have a handle. I had to screw the handle to it. There we go. And I've got to patch all this anyways. Now, all I need is a piece of sheetrock, 2" by 4 1/4, 2 by 4 1/4, and then mud it. 2 by 4 1/4, 2 by 4 1/4. Best notebook you can ever have. You can wash your hands, and it's not admissible in court. Anytime you write something down on paper, it can be admissible in court. Just fun fact. All right, guys. Let's recap. 2" piece of wood, plywood. I like laminated plywood, 3/4 inch. That's what I always use to patch a hole. I just slid it in there, got 2 inches above and below the hole, 2 screws to hold it. Now, got my piece of sheetrock. Now, remember, this wall is thicker than my sheetrock. This is 5/8 fire rated sheetrock. Most people don't use this, but this is an institution that's fire rated, so we have to have a fire rated sheetrock. And then I'll mud over this, and you'll see. Go. Now, I always clean the edge a little bit. Don't need to, but all right. Fiber tape. Just like so. I'll get some mud and throw on there real quick. We'll go from there. All right, guys, I just wanted to tell you all that there's many ways of doing this. This is just the way I do it. And there's other ways of patching bigger holes. If this was a lot bigger hole, I would square it up, and I would have taken a piece of 2" plywood and put it on either side of the hole, put like 1 inch showing, so it gives me something to nail to or screw to on either side, or maybe all the way around the hole. It just depends on the side of the hole. There's many ways of doing this. I've been doing this for 40 plus years. So there's a lot of people out there that are really good at drywall. I've been doing it for over 40 years. But I'm just saying, I don't want to say this is the best way. This is just a way of doing it. It's the way I do on these small holes, little patches like this. There's a way of doing a hot patch. You can take a piece of sheetrock and leave the paper larger on the sheetrock than the hole, and leave the sheetrock on the inside and just cover the hole and then mud it. I don't know if I described that properly. Anyways, just to let you know, there is other ways of doing it, and just don't take mine as gossip, because this is the way I do it. As gospel. I said gossip, sorry. Anyways, that being said, all these tools everything I've used, all used. I bought like the drill pawn shop, flea market. These are pretty good deals. I got it at flea market for a couple bucks a piece. Needle nose. I don't even know what brand is that. I believe, oh, these are Klein's. Yeah, that was a good deal. Yeah, Craftsman hammer, older Craftsman. It was rusted pretty bad. And like these, this one I've had 12, 13 years, and I've had this blade. I've had this one, well, 23 or 24 years. I like this blade. It's a little bowed. It's thin, but I've used it for mudding a long time. Anyways, just wanted to show you some old, like I said, tools make me money or save me money, and all these tools here are all used. None of it's been bought new. Even this, it looks brand new, but that was a swap meet find for $1. I don't even remember where I got these. I believe these are Klein's. Yeah, these are Klein's. And I think I got these, I believe, pawn shop. But anyways, that's all the tools I used to fix this. There's my my low voltage control wires are in. I've got a little bit of patching on the edge of there, and then come back tomorrow and I'll show you how I texture. Anyways, I just wanted to let y'all know that there is other ways of fixing these holes. This is just a quick, easy way that I do it. And like I said, I'm gonna coat this one more time, maybe twice, and then see what it looks like tomorrow, and then get ready and I'll shoot a spray texture. There's a company that makes a texture in a can that I can duplicate this texture here. I sprayed all this texture myself. I got a spray texture unit, and I'll shoot it. But past jobs like this, I use cans. Anyways, I just wanted to add that, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys, it's the next day, and you can see it's shrunk because the mud's on there really thick, especially in the center because it was recessed. And like I said, the wall's thicker than my sheetrock that I placed in there, but this is where just a few more coats, and should be ready texture. It's hard to film and shoot this at the same time. Do this. I just want it. I should have brought a little bit more mud on my knife. Should leave it alone. Yeah, just leave it alone and keep playing with it. Anyways, I'll come back this afternoon, put one more coat on it, and then tomorrow morning I'll shoot texture to it. Shouldn't have to sand anything on it at all. Yeah. All right. Be back here in a little while and put some mud on it. Another coat. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, didn't sand, don't need to. Spraying with texture. Put a little mud on these little holes that were here. I'm using this stuff. I like it, works good. It matches my texture pretty good. I sprayed all these walls with a machine several years ago when we remodeled construction. So now I use this stuff when I have a spot. I just go around in a circle back and forth, just like that. No more hole. And tomorrow I'll come back and paint it, and it should look pretty good. I don't know if you can, yeah, that'll bleed off. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Anyways, that's it. This spray texture I use, I'm not endorsing it because of course they're not going to pay me for it anyways, but I like this stuff. It works good, it matches my texture, and it set it at the medium texture. You can do a whole house with these cans, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's kind of expensive. There you go. That's it. Easy peasy. Let's see, no more hole. And that one was where I made the hole and got the low voltage cable hooked up, control cable. Now, like I said, paint that and that'll be all done. I'll show that tomorrow. Well guys, there it is, finished up. I painted the wall, that spot damaged where the hole was. It's really close. There's a little bit, I should have textured a little more right there. I know it's there, and the camera can show it. It shows up, but to the naked eye it doesn't look bad at all. But texture is pretty good, and painted it. And I just used my 2.5 angle brush because it's a small area. I didn't need a roller. But anyways, it's done. All I gotta do is wait for it to dry. Like I said, the control cable's put in place up there, and this hole's patched and filled. My paintbrush, I like my Purdy brushes. Anyways, that's probably my favorite. That is my favorite brand. Anyways, paint matches real good. It's gonna turn out really well. But that's what I do to patch a hole, a small hole like this anyways. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good day.